Ba, 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 bum. And that sigh was perfect. Hello, everybody. I'm Lord Zath, and I am joined, of course, by my buddy Puddin597.
Hold on, I'm typing yes. Takes all my concentration.
Goodness. So this is Clash of the Classes Season 8, the Olympiad. And so, fellow citizens of the internet and the gods and heavens about, we are going to watch clashes of mere mortals playing, of all things, a silly video game called World of Warships.
You forgot to thank nicotine and caffeine for making this happen?
And later, alcohol!
Well, for one of us.
For one of us. Indeed, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be bringing you over the next about 3 hours or so some epic battles of small teams facing off against each other from different factions. I am one of those factions. I am a god today. It is Zathlandia. And we're up against Overlord Bo. I don't remember what they call themselves. And Stats Bloke, which is Statsylvania, and Javo, which is, I believe, JavoFleet.
They started. Oh, Jesus.
They have indeed started, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at our ship lineups here for Too Funny. They're bringing with them a Massachusetts, a Lenin. Oh, God, Puddin', we're going to see Lenins again. Renown. A Michelangelo at Tier 9 Cruiser. Interesting choice. And finally, a Minekaze. Don't see too much in the builds there. Okay. What about on the opposing team?
We have a Minekaze that's set up for torpedoes, running some sort of special captain because of the star next to survivability expert. We have a Collinwood. We have a Lenin, a Massachusetts, and a Scharnhorst. I'm shocked to see 2 secondary battleships and 1 with torpedoes.
Take a look at the Lenin and the Collingwood. Both of those for WTFS using Furious.
We'll see how that works for them. So, Furious with fire prevention. Yeah, that's always, that's how that works.
I want to burn, but I don't want to burn too much. I just want to burn. And the Minekaze Dead Horse, yeah, he's using one of the Suzuki captains.
More importantly, everybody's running a debt flag. We can now see that with Build Viewer. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yes,
somebody
we can make sure
there's a problem.
That's right. The debt flag is the one with the 96,000. You can see on this particular screen, those of you watching, it's the farthest to the left. That's the debt flag. Let's take a look at Too Funny and see if Too Funny is using debt flags. And keep in mind, this is a training room. So in training room battles, flags don't get used. So you might as well put all the flags on the ships.
With you saying that, I did notice this when I was checking over the Bravo team that Too Funny's when Akazi says, you know what, there's 2 flags I just don't need and don't care.
Yeah, I noticed. I was just fixing to mention that. He's got 2 empty slots. Put something in there. Anything.
London's missing 1.
It's the first battle.
Put AA flags on. Shoot those spotter planes down. That's always worth experience.
Mm-hmm.
Well, with all that being said, it looks like Seth Kitten's team, because that's all I can remember at this point. My non-functioning brain is doing an AB kind of push, while it looks like your team, Too Funny, is BC.
Yes, now both of these are part of the Zathlandia faction. So, ooh, big hit there on the Collingwood.
Well, no real surprise there, because it's just Nelson in disguise with a different name.
Now, I'm not a huge fan of that ship, but it is what it is. And look, they went for the Tokyo Game Show camo, the pink colors.
I think more importantly, we need to discuss with your teams that they should not be fighting each other. That does not help you out.
Well, hey, if they screenshot each other's destroyers sinking, it does, actually. Hey, I don't make the
Well,
rules. I just try to understand them.
no, that's not how it goes. It's I don't make the rules. I just think them up and write them down.
There you go. All right, well, Taylor made in the Scharnhorst 43 taking torpedo after torpedo after torpedo because he went and charged, and nobody else did. DIVAS Actual is actually sitting still in the Massachusetts, not willing to move farther forward. He doesn't want to put his ship under harm.
He could actually be underwater feature. Like, I really hate to say it, but he actually could have happened at.
It could be. It could be. But instead, it's better to just call him a coward.
Well, I mean, maybe pull over for Starbucks, because I definitely need, like, hot cocoa and coffee and espresso and... There goes the Collinwood. I was going to say he wasn't doing too well, but that was just because he brought a Collinwood.
Yeah. Two Funny's doing a much better job of swinging for the flanks. They've got 2 battleships on each flank. Actually, well, technically 1.5. And they're able to utilize the ability to fire on exposed sides, since WTFS all went one way.
Wow. We do have a Lenin versus a Lenin, so this will be a week and a half before something actually happens there. Looks like Factual finally got off the speed bump for the McDonald's drive-thru he was pulling up to. Now, if that horse can actually yeet this Lenin, that would actually be a fairly helpful situation.
He's got a good chance to. The Lenin does not have priority target. So if he dumped his torps changed to guns, the Lenin wouldn't know that that was happening.
Well, Too Funny's Lenin set it up wrong. He did not take Furious at all.
No. And he also took Vigilance, so he can detect the torpedoes a little farther out and take less damage from them.
Well,
if he
let's
takes
just
it on
be
the
glad
belt.
it doesn't have Hydro, because this is the point when you use it after you take the flood.
That's right. All right, well, meanwhile, Too Funny's able just to grab B and C now. Well, C. That horse is trying to grab the B cap. I think he actually... No,
he's...
just barely misses it.
I don't think the Sunwell's firm with the Michelangelo, with the Hydro rushing.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's got Hydro as well. Somebody is beating a dead horse. I just had to.
I think they're doing more than beating the dead horse.
Well,
they have yet to make glue from it because it's still alive.
That's true. That's true. And honestly, if I'm both teams, because it helps my faction or our faction overall, I would just at this point say, okay, both destroyers go eat yourselves and die.
Right. Well, get ready, because that horse is burning.
Oh, he's on fire.
And now he's dead.
And now he's dead.
And I'll let you take the death pick, because you're a professional.
Okie.
Well, Factual's finally Wing forward. I think he got his food order.
Oof! Just in time to give broadside to Black's Massachusetts.
Well, he really has no choice but to just go yeet himself forward. The Lenin's not going to fare well against renowned Michelangelo. I'm sorry, and Massachusetts secondary, so that's like 12 ships shooting at him.
I think we're about to see a ram.
We have ram.
Who's gonna win, the torpedo or the... Nope. 1-1. Actual allows the ram to happen, and there goes the Lenin in the background. We just got ourselves a triple death pick to start us off. All right. Well, congratulations to Team Too Funny. I believe I've scheduled us to watch Kest Too Funny next. Yes, Too Funny versus Sirs will be next.
So who's got the Black Swan?
All right, here's our second game for today. This is Too Funny, who won the previous game that we cast, versus Surs. So Too Funny has with them a Massachusetts. Actually, that's right. I have to hit this button. As a Massachusetts, a Lenin, who once again is choosing not to run a flag. I mean, what flag could he be running? Like anything else. It doesn't matter. Fire chance for secondaries. Who cares? Anyway, Renown, Michelangelo, and Minekaze, again, choosing not to run 2 flags. What do we have for Sewers?
Sewers, we've got a Massachusetts B, full Cleveland build.
Mm-hmm.
Michelangelo, well, look, he's secondary build too.
Mm-hmm.
Renown is doing the burn me, but don't burn me too badly, baby. Synop is also running the burn me, but don't burn me too badly, baby, and a T-61. That's
Interesting choice.
That's definitely, I think, designed to get the pick on the enemy DD.
Oh, yeah.
But ironically, he's full torpedo build.
Yep. It feels kind of odd. You would think that you'd want to be spec for guns. As he gets himself detected, because his detection is not as good as Minekaze's. His detection goes down to 6.1. Minekaze goes down to 5.4. You can see the impact there. As he slows down, pops the hydro, sees the torpedoes, and realizes that that smoke ain't gonna work.
Well, more importantly, he did the hydro all wrong. He didn't need a torpedo, then pop it. Like, clearly this guy doesn't know how to play comp destroyer. As he does have a nice little setup to just W the hell out of that cap.
Well, yeah, and he's in a good position to then proceed on to the next cap. Michelangelo, it seems, Black taking a big hit there. Michelangelo, it seems, is going to be a very popular pick for this tournament, simply because it's a tier 9 cruiser that has the fuel smoke and it has the sap secondaries of Doom and Hydro.
Doesn't it have torpedoes too?
Yes, it does.
It's almost like a mini torpedoes, but not German.
Yes. Very important distinction there. I really don't know. Anyways, Swords is pushing themselves up the 2-3 line. Black has got to find a way to get out of there. You can see he's starting to go forward, trying to get to this island to use it as cover and get behind it. Oh, Michelangelo spotted turning out. And
well, I was gonna say, I think Too Funny is realized there's only 2 ships at sea, and it's pretty much just gonna be a synop at this point to try to stop this push that he's not gonna be able to stop at all.
I mean, with it being 5 versus 5, it makes sense that you'd have you see 3 ships, you're like, okay, that means the other side is weaker.
Now, as soon as the DD touches B, they're gonna know he's alone.
Yes.
And that battleship will not have... Well, he's not going to have a fun time at all right now.
I don't get why Nick Tanks decided to leave the sea cap there, but he did.
It's strategy.
Strategy.
They got his food order wrong, and he's got to go back in and get it fixed.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
All right, looks like that remedy's been fixed. And ooh, T-61 got spotted briefly, apparently. So, like, they know that there's literally just this guy. Like, ironically, I would just take my Renown and just shove it right at the Synop.
And that's exactly, I think, what they're trying to do. Oh, he's slowed down. He's trying to get the cap. Nick Tanks detected down the Minekaze. How did he let that happen? He wandered to within spotting range of the Synop.
More importantly, I don't agree with the Lenin backing off of a 2v1 and then beaching broadside to the rest of the enemy team.
You know, we've commented before about Lenin being such a difficult ship to play in these tournaments. And you can see why right here. you always have to keep your bow pointed at the enemy. The worst thing that you can do is show broadside, and he's doing that to 2 battleships right now.
Oh, wait.
He's Austin Powersing himself.
Okay, here's the elitist in me. I'm sorry, guys. London is not that hard to play, even in randoms. Find an island and make sure it's covering one of your broadsides.
The difference
is facing at the enemy.
Black with a huge hit there. Yep, the big difference though is these are very small maps. Players aren't used to having little to no time to react when you're showing broadsides and stuff. You know, random battles are much more forgiving usually. Ooh, the torpedo's gonna finish Black off. There he goes.
I mean,
and now it's
all about knowing the maps and your positions and where the enemy is.
Absolutely. Now, Michelangelo should be smoking here and not shooting his main guns.
You mean the Michelangelo that has no smoke left?
I'm talking about 2 funnies up on the border.
Oh. His smoke
The other one doesn't have smoke left?
No, he's out.
Oh yeah, he's using them all. Out. So, that Renown died. Unfortunate. He must have lost a lot of hit points at the Synop. I don't know how, but okay.
Well, as we learned from one of Bell's streams of how the hell does this actually work?
Oh! Head 61 takes a torp despite having Hydro on.
That's just bad luck.
Mm-hmm.
Unbeknownst to me, the bridge I always assumed was a Citadel because it used to count as a Citadel was an actual glitch, and they got fixed. So I learned something from that, but it's still, it actually does. Whoa, that's a nice shot on that Michelangelo.
Yeah, Michelangelo action there. Mihu taking him out.
Counts as pen damage, which is actually very, very good damage. So if you know where to aim on a battleship that's bow in, that's where you can get guaranteed pens. Not an easy shot, but the closer you get, the easier it becomes. I don't think the T-61 is going to be long for this life.
I
mean, it's 2K. Dominikazi can take him out for crying out loud.
Well, he just got spotted. And we know his Hydro's down. There goes the Lenin.
Oh, the Lenin goes down, but...
T-61 still alive. Nick Tank's refusing to charge. He probably doesn't know that the T-61's Hydro is down.
I think at this point you'd have to know because you would be picked up on it, wouldn't you?
Well, if you know what the Hydro range is of the T-61, which is 4 kilometer, and he's just outside of 4 kilometer. Oh, he got spotted. The Minikaze was moving someplace else, and he's got those glacial turrets. Take forever to turn. And there goes the Minikaze.
Wow. Oh, nice shot by Michelangelo. This is going to turn into a 1v1 situation. Who has the better secondaries? Massachusetts or Michelangelo? Who has 20 seconds till smoke and has all 4 Hydros?
I think the bigger thing is that Soares' Massachusetts is probably just going to continue to C after this. That's going to allow Mihu's Michelangelo to go to B. And then,
smart move by the Michelangelo to put up his spotter plane to
You mean the Massachusetts?
Well, yeah, the Massachusetts. So he knows which way the Michelangelo is coming at him. So he got his turrets ready.
If I'm that Michelangelo, I'm turning the opposite direction now because I'm no longer spotted. He's not doing that though. He's gonna just keep going forward.
Like he actually had the time to do that because he's got the C cap. B cap is already there, so it's like you know the mass is going to see.
Here's another thing. He doesn't technically. Well, with 27 seconds to go, yeah, there you go. Smoke, get into the cap, and then just be there. And there might be enough time to win on points. No, you can't turn. You can't turn. You got to go straight in. That little turn out there to get your torps on there, that might do it. Look at the time. Look at the time. Look at the points.
Oh.
Look at the time. Look at the points. Look at the time. Look at the points. Tied up.
Oh my God, is that...
Draw!
That's a
It's a
draw?
freaking draw because Mihu turned out to get the torps. If he went straight in, that would be a win for Too Funny.
Well, ironically, they lived up to their name because that was too funny.
That was too funny. That was, wow.
Ah.
Wow, wow, wow. All right, well, I guess it... All right, here we go. Game 3 of the first day of Clash of the Classes Season 8. This time we are bringing you WTFS versus KMRAF. We saw WTFS play already. It looks like they've got the same lineup. I wonder if Pally died last game too. We've got... oh, let's do it this way. I have to train myself to do it this way so we can see the build viewers and stuff. So we've got a Massachusetts, a Lennon, Scharnhorst 43 with Furious. Ooh. Collingwood with Furious and I Don't Want to Burn, like you like to say it. And a Minikaze. What do we have for KMRAF?
We have a Julius Caesare because what's wrong with an overpowered battleship at tier 5?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A Baltimore. Good luck.
Hey, it's in the intro video. It's okay.
Lion. We have a Palmer and B, full Burr Nurembergs, and a Masiki not running 2 flags yet again.
Mutsuki.
Running full torpedoes.
And by the way, between Mutsuki and Minikaze, I hate both. Play something else. But anyway.
Kamikaze?
I don't even know if those are allowed, but yeah. So we've got a Leon here.
I'll take the Fujin.
There you go. This is the first time we've seen the Leon in the tournament. Remember that Stats and Bo's teams have the ability to field a Leon now. And hello, Sith Kitten.
I don't understand how this is helping them.
I mean, you know, the French shotgun is fun, can be fun.
Right, so they should have let him take Marceau's or Clubbers then.
Hmm.
Right. Baltimore is okay, we're just gonna question that all day. That's like taking a Collinwood. Oh wait, there's a Collinwood on the field too.
Oh, wait. Puddin', go back to the Baltimore. Go back to the Baltimore. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
What, that he's running... What the hell is that tier 4 skill?
No. Not, yeah, I know what you're talking about. No. I'm talking about the fact that he's chosen defensive anti-air instead of hydro.
Oh. Oh, the consumables.
The consumables. Use the hydro. Use the hydro.
Well, you know the first mistake was I choose Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So anything beyond that is just like icing on the cake.
That horse discovering why Pomeran Hydro is a real threat.
Well, I think they're finding out why the Pomeran just in general is a threat. And to be frankly honest with you, I'm surprised they're not running any sort of higher tier German battleship.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing Seth Kitten. She's probably screaming right now. Well, the Pomeran's living a dream, ladies and gentlemen. He's living the dream. Nurembergs are going off on both sides, which means he could probably shoot a 3rd ship and torpedo a 4th one, which means he's literally fighting the enemy team by himself.
Yep, because that's what Pomerans do.
Actually, he did shoot at the Minikaze, so there we go.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Minikaze's on Hydro. And there's a dead horse.
Pretty sure we could just call that glue. Well, the worst part about that whole encounter is now the power Pomeranian can't be living a dream because secondary's only going off on one side.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, it looks like Pally and BOWTO are just going to sit there and await their turn at death because they don't want to come out and play.
Well, all the excitement's going on at Chocolate because everybody wants diabetes.
Mm-hmm. Well, Actual is at A. He has yet to cap it, though. He keeps getting reset.
You know, this is when you tell the Collinwood to keep reversing and the Lennon should have just yeeted forward.
Right.
Now the Pomeranian has to angle, oh wait, the same wave versus two ships. It doesn't really matter.
EK took a big hit, though. But I'm sure he's ready to one-shot this Lennon. Nope, he's not.
No, he's sending torpedoes against the Lennon.
That seems silly. Like, guns him. He's full broadside to you. Like, that's a gift.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Well, alright, he trades out for Pally. As BOWTO is
like...
taking a flood because he can. I don't... Okay, there's the DCP.
Right, now he's got to deal with Masuki, ironically, so many ships blocking these torpedoes if they're ever going to come.
Mm-hmm.
Those torps are never going to hit.
Well, that Baltimore you were complaining about hasn't taken a single hit point of damage.
I haven't complained about it. I just question
now
every
it has.
single choice. Like, the Baltimore's lucky that's all he took right now, but the closer the Lennon gets, the bigger that number is going to get. Oh, look, a tier 8's bullying the tier 5 Seal Clubber.
Kind of. We've seen this before in Clash of the Classes, Massachusetts versus Julio, and we've seen cases where the Julio wins. Just let that sink in for a moment.
At that point, I question everything about the Massachusetts player. Like, there should be no way Massachusetts ever loses this fight. Just basically just on pure HP alone. You know, you have what, 16-inch guns versus what, 12s?
Mm-hmm.
So you know it's going to be like HE unless you see his broadside. Like, you win this fight by having your buddies help shoot you, but
right.
I don't like
Vices and Kitten are here in spirit.
I don't like the odds of this Leon actually surviving, or Lion, or however you want to pronounce it.
He put himself in the middle and is also showing broadside, so yeah. Oh, if this turns out to be a throw, WTFS finds a way back in. Oh my god. It's a Baltimore and a Mutsuki versus our Scharnhorst 43 with Furious.
But no, it's I want to burn, but I don't want to burn too badly, baby. Oh man, imagine if a Baltimore had the option of running Hydro instead of a fighter plane.
Or AP.
Well, I'll give him the HE if it was probably already loaded. Like, I try to tell the newer players, like, listen, when you start facing the better players, they beat you into shooting AP. Just stick with the HE and just burn them.
I agree. Okay, there we go. Yep, he changed to AP now. Boom. Smart decision.
It was second AP shot, but not doing much because he had plenty of time to angle up. All right, now luckily, like, or tip number 2, if he's already burning, yeah, sure, why not try the AP? You already got the fire. You know?
What's the Mutsuki doing? He's...
I don't know.
I don't know either. I would,
Well,
if I was the
Baltimore's
Mutsuki, I'd be getting ready to torp this channel, but he's not.
Baltimore's backing up into Burger King going, oh no, I didn't want to be here.
He wants it his way.
Oh, that's what the Sharnhorse is saying.
Side note, if I'm Scharnhorst, I'd be shooting HE at a bow in Baltimore. But Actual is going to take care of the deal. There you go.
I would actually just wait for the Massachusetts to do something about it.
43 seconds left. 43 seconds left. Actual hitting the brakes, sensing torpedoes. He only takes one. That's very smart of him to do that because he's still spotted. Since he's still spotted, he knows that there's a destroyer near him, probably firing torpedoes. So that was a very smart play by Actual. They're still going to lose on points.
Oh my God. Are they allowed to actually send out ASW?
I mean, they saw it in COTS. Why wouldn't it?
Because some tournaments still say you can't. Because, you know, people haven't figured that one out yet. Like, they're not even close to where he's at.
All right.
I mean, like, that right there alone tells you why, like, I personally never had a problem with this ASW in competitive. You have to put it in the area, and, well, the DD's got to be dumb enough to have his AA off. Or, yeah, on, actually.
Yep. All right, well, congratulations to KMRAF for the win, and Puddin', that means now you and I have to go find BOWTO versus SFSO. All right, so this is a matchup. I picked this one because it's a matchup between two teams that have played a lot of Clash of the Classes, BOWTO and SFSO. They are going to be fun to watch. Here we go. All right. Back on Archipelago again. And we have for Team BOWTO and Atlantico. I guess they want to get some practice for the newly announced Pan-American battleship line. With, you know, usual secondaries and stuff. Look at that slot 5, though. Consumables instead of concealment. And then we got a Massachusetts. Bismarck. So he wants the Hydro. Interesting. Novorossiysk. So, side note, why would you take a tier 6 Julio when you could take a tier 5 Julio and save on the points?
Reasons
that we are not aware of. But,
yes.
take Julio next time. And then finally they've got a Mutsuki. See, if they took that, they could take a tier 6 destroyer instead, right? Anyway. What do we got for SFSO?
We have a Lenin. I'm going to assume that's some French ship I can't pronounce. We're just going to call it Bert.
The Breton.
Yeah, then we have
with
the Key
partial
Victory.
flags.
A Nelson with partial flags. Just take a Collinwood next time. And a Gajamada. Interesting for the Gajamada.
Missing a flag.
Well,
Gajamada,
I mean, we have several ships missing flags here.
Gajamada is not a bad choice. You know you're going to be up against a lot of larger ships. Your deep water torpedoes will hit 4 out of the 5, most likely. I mean, that's better odds than a random battle. You know, when you take like an Asashio and you can only deep water torp 2 battleships and everything else is like, ugh.
Or the joke's on them, it's one battleship and one carrier and everything else is just a cruiser or DD.
Mm-hmm.
So realistically, you get to torp one thing, and by the time you can torp the last thing, well, the game's already been decided, and you've been relegated to spotting.
Mm-hmm. Well, Revenge deciding C is not a good place to go. Mutsuki obviously outspotted him. So he's just high-stepping it to the B cap. The problem with the B cap is not a lot of room for him to run away if he needs to. Fortunately, he doesn't because the Mutsuki isn't chasing him.
I was going to say, lucky for us, we know it's not going to be an engagement, but kind of surprised he just didn't try to bully this Mutsuki.
Hmm.
Like, I know the Bismarck is there and it's scary, but
Wow.
it's not as eaten.
Mitsuki does have 700 meters of concealment on top, so basically the only way to really bully that Mitsuki is if the Mitsuki, you know, is heading straight at him.
I think he did catch him. I did think he did catch him bow in a little bit.
Yeah, he has never been spotted yet, Graf, Mitsuki, so. Anyway, Revenge is going to get the B cap and be in a perfect position to torpedo 2 battleships.
It's not, you know, him rotating over is also not a bad choice because the Mitsuki can now never spot his torpedoes while he's torpedoing the other 2 battleships.
Exactly. And since he can die to the Mitsuki torpedoes, that's smart. Speaking of smart, Plasmatic pulling over for some Starbucks, as you like to call it. Not sure why, but okie dokie.
Because he needs it?
Well, he was trying to dodge torpedoes earlier, but possibly over-dodged. Frieza's Bismarck, though, definitely taking some pain.
Mitsuki opens up. Oh, they're 10-kilometer torps, so they're going to have the distance.
Mm-hmm. Plasmatic, historically, we've seen him playing Prince Ruprecht all the time at Tier 9. Not seeing that this time. I believe Ruprecht is banned. Oh, that dodge.
Oof.
Yeah, that's the problem with the key.
That's right into eating pens.
And the armor scheme isn't as good as the Amagi. Doesn't have the turtle back. So up close engagements, it's not as safe. Interestingly enough, I haven't seen him luck chuck his torpedoes. It's part of why you take a key, because you have those 10-kilometer torpedoes.
He luck chucked them at the Mitsuki earlier.
Oh, okay.
Looks like the Atlantico is going to be sinking.
It's interesting that Revenge gets into A, pops the smoke, and now he's shooting for free, but the thing is, when it goes into A, that tells BOWTO that's where the destroyer is. Meanwhile, look at Lord Carey and the Lenin.
I already knew he was there because he was capping it. Why not
shoot? Plasmatic manages to survive on 828, never mind. And that Novorossiysk. That Novorossiysk was shooting HE there. Alright, Breton.
The Breton forgot to bring 3 flags.
Yeah. I mean, fire reduction, flood reduction, heal boosting, speed, consumables. He does not have anti-detonation flag. Juliet Charlie. So that's funny. What else could he be taking, Puddin'? The ramming flag? He doesn't have ramming flag?
Wait, he's not... I mean, you can make an argument for that flag, but, like, I hope he gets detonated now so we can all point, laugh, and make fun out of him.
I know, seriously, me too.
Like, why wouldn't you take a ramming flag?
Mm-hmm. Hell, you can even take a secondary flag.
I mean,
you know these are tighter maps.
Anything. You could put a smoke flag on and just be like, I'm being funny. Right? I mean, at least, you know, the streamers can't go, well, I've got 3 spots. You know, they've offered suggestion on 2 good flags, but, you know, the 3rd flag, they're just idiots on.
This slot intentionally left blank, right? I used to love that. This page intentionally left blank.
Like, I just...
Tudor Dragon discovering why the Nelson sucks when you're showing broadside.
Well, I mean, let's be fair, every battleship sucks if you get hit broadside.
We have an execution. We have an execution. We have a double execution. Baton goes down to secondaries, and Tudor Dragon is gonzo. BOWTO in the lead with 3 ships to 1. Revenge now going into the B cap so he can die.
I don't know why he just doesn't open up and let the Massachusetts secondary into death.
That would be better content.
Unless he doesn't have the range.
On his main guns?
Yeah.
Let's see. Gajamada. Main battery range, 11.9. So he can shoot, and the Massachusetts secondaries can shoot back.
My God, he smokes up.
Woo, smoking up.
Well, we're trying to save a star here.
And there we go. Another destroyer sunk.
Well, hopefully we've getting a lot of those just DD sunk pictures for you.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, we got to set BOWTO as the winner. Reply there. Boom.
Where are we heading to now? Well, I feel bad for Merc.
Why?
Oh, wait, I was going to say, wasn't the last game we just watched Team Bravo won? Or
Yes.
is that Team Alpha? That's all right. We have a...
So here we are on Trident. Too Funny versus Merc. Too Funny is bringing a very similar team to what we saw them play earlier. So they've got their Massachusetts secondary spec. They've got their Lennon, who still hasn't gotten the memo of fill out your flags. We've got a Renown. That's not secondary spec. Now that's interesting. I would think you... Oh no, that's Renown, not Renown 44. Okay. Michelangelo, that's, you know, smoke and secondaries. And then Mine Kaze, which leaving 2 flags behind in port because they just want to trigger us at this point. But
Well, I hope you're sitting down for this. Minikaze's completely torp built. I know you're shocked. North Carolina says there's 3 flags I don't even need to use, so we're gonna leave that blank.
he's not running dead flags.
A Tirpitz, full Nurembergs, a Dunkirk, interesting choice, and a Michelangelo. I mean, ironically, how do you see most detonations from a battleship is from the DD? So
Torpedo, yeah.
I can kind of, if you actually used all your flag spots, but since you don't, you're being funny.
Also, I want to highlight the Tirpitz for a second. I don't like the idea of Demolition Expert in the first point. I think, especially for Tirpitz, go for preventative maintenance to keep your torpedo tubes alive longer. Anyway.
Something like this, if you have to go for your torpedoes, things I think have gone kind of wrong.
Well, sure. Early shots from North Carolina on the Massachusetts. You know, side note, they're both Tier 8 American battleships. Why not just go for Massachusetts, unless it's more expensive point-wise? I can't remember.
I don't know, but you brought up Dunkirk for a reason.
Yes, that reason is to bow on, get shot at, and shoot HE. Observe. As Dunkirk gets smacked a little bit there. Alright, we're gonna... No, Minikaze is not gonna go into A. I would have thought he would have. Redum, though. Spotted on the Minikaze. Now, if I'm that Minikaze... Or, sorry, if I'm the Michelangelo, I'm spotted, I might be thinking, okay, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna turn Hydro on and smoke and just take the cap. What's he afraid of? No, nothing can spot him. Right? With the smoke up.
You know, like, the Michelangelo actually has 2 options. Just take it from the other side of the island. Right? Granted, you're not shooting, but you're also not taking damage. And you're getting it, and it's also allowing you to move up onto Dunkirk while preserving a smoke for yourself.
I was talking about Redum, Merc's Michelangelo.
Oh, well, I don't like that guy because I wasn't looking at him, so... We're just going to go with that theory of... Why did the Minikaze smoke and the Michelangelo not utilize it?
He wanted his own smoke, clearly. See? You know,
I'm just confused. I'm confused by everything, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and lady.
Hmm.
Like, I know you probably would have had a show in your that Massachusetts a little bit of broadside, but it definitely preserves one of your smoke clouds because you're down to 1 now.
Yeah, well, he's about to be down to 0. Well, no, he'll take 2. That won't be enough to kill him, I don't think.
Is he not running superintendent? Because my super build viewer is not.
He is not running superintendent, no. I mean, there's not a lot of room in the build other than getting rid of top grade gunner, I suppose, but that boosts your secondaries. So,
Right.
you know, you either get rid of survivability expert or adrenaline rush in order to pick up superintendent.
Well, to be frank with you, I probably wouldn't be running a top grade gunner.
Hmm.
All that
secondaries.
all that potential for your, oh, I get to shot more damage really goes out the window without your smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because everybody's going to want to shoot you because they're like, you know what? We can't do crap against an athlete, but Michelangelo, whoa, we can have some fun there.
Dunkirk just got smashed. He's even bow into all this.
Yeah, well, Dunkirk forgot that 16-inch guns goes right through its face.
Yep. I get the feeling Merc just doesn't quite know what they're trying to do here. Minakaze looks... So he's trying to smoke up the Michelangelo, who refused Minakaze's last smoke, which means Michelangelo might just W out.
Well, ironically, kind of wastes a Minakaze that have to come back to smoke you.
Yeah, right, exactly.
All right, and now he gives up his one and only defense against, like, oh crap, I'm spotted, or potential of helping farm something out safely. Right, as the Michelangelo is going to 100% just go, stupid Minakaze. I don't care if you are in my clan. I'm going to keep reversing out of your smoke.
And that's exactly what he just did, and now he's out of the smoke, and oh look, Lennon is looking right at him.
Oh, so it's the Massachusetts, the Michelangelo. I think there's a Montana somewhere looking at him.
Hey, his smoke is available, though. He can pop his own smoke again. Oh, he does! Oof. And now he W'd back into the smoke that he backed away from. That is still going for another 50-odd seconds.
Listen, I'm just going to ask you this right now. How's that top grade gunner working out for you, Hoss?
I'm amazed that Redham didn't die from that Lennon, though.
I think he got caught at that stage of he wasn't moving to where, like, the shells act a little bit funny-ish on a ship that's reversing or sitting still.
Either way, look, torpedoes coming in. Nope, they're gonna miss. We're gonna get some hot Michelangelo on Michelangelo action in a moment. Hydro's available in 5 seconds for Redham. He's out of heals, he's out of smoke, he's out of life. He's gonna come up broadside to the Massachusetts. And the other Michelangelo shoots him with HE. 15 hit points. 15
I
hit
don't
points.
blame him for just shooting him, right? Like, just get him out of the game. Right? Like, he's going to be dead quickly.
Two funnies, Michelangelo asserting dominance.
Well, Torpus is going to go down to Minakaze Torps. Should have brought a Bismarck. Bismarck has Hydro. You could have popped the Hydro right as you saw the torpedoes and confirmed what you confirmed.
That's true. That's true. That there are no more coming than the ones that are going to kill you anyway.
Well, North Carolina's just sitting there going, what do I do now?
Yes, Desperado snip. Oh, got it. I love people with long names that get them cut out by press accounts.
I
How would you like to
Gotcha,
be
the
known
milk.
as Desperado Snip, huh? That's a very... Anyway.
Maybe he actually chose that. I
I'm
bet
pretty
he's
sure it's
wishing he was in
Desperado
that
Sniper,
message.
but...
The enemy is about to
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure he's wishing he was. They decided to take a Massachusetts at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Because literally that's the only difference between the two teams is North Carolina and a Dunkirk.
Yep. All right, let's get our death pick, and that will be it. Too Funny winning another game.
Sadly, no
Or-
DD dies. So what a waste of a
Yeah.
game.
That's true, but they won another game for Zathlandia, so that's acceptable.
No.
Who did they face? Merc 4?
Yes.
All right, Merc 4 is from Stats. Okay, cool. So we beat Stats. Yay.
All right, let me go to a stream and rub that in real quick. Even though like we had no contribution to the game at all.
That's right. No contribution whatsoever. Ha ha. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go again with WTFS. We've seen them before, and Divas. I believe this is the first time catching them. Where are they at? Divas is currently first place in our group. WTFS is in fourth place. Both teams are from Zathlandia. So, WTVS bringing a Jean Bart. Dead Horse says, I'm sick of playing that stupid Tier 5 destroyer. Somebody else do it. That's fine. He's a battleship player, so makes sense that they'd throw him on a battleship.
quarters.
DFS is once again in a Massachusetts. Killer 69 is in a Collingwood without one flag and wants to burn, but doesn't want to prevent burning. He just wants to burn. Callie is in a Julio now. He's been demoted from the Collingwood. And TaylorMade is in a Minikaze.
Well, for Divas, we've got a Minikaze says, one flag? Ha! I'm not taking two flags.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna one-up you. And then we have a London going, well, I'm gonna match our Minikaze with, there's two flags that I don't need.
Right?
Michelangelo, a Renown, and the Massachusetts all go, well, we're gonna use all our flag slots because, we can and we don't waste flags here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Massachusetts is using Halsey or one of the Does. It's looking for debt flags. Everybody on the Divas has a debt flag. And everybody on WTFS has a debt flag. So there you go. We will not see a detonation in this game. Except for the magical one that people claim happens, but nobody ever sees it. Don't you love those? Remember those? Guys, I got detonated.
Yeah.
I had a debt flag on. Why did I get detonated? Okay, show us the replay. You didn't get detonated. You just got completely trashed.
Interesting torps from Minikaze. Those are going to hit absolutely nothing. Well, both teams know where the destroyer's at. One's at B, one's at Bacon.
Mm-hmm.
Or apples and bacon.
I like the play of grabbing the B cap quickly and then proceeding off to C. So WTFS doesn't want to make the same mistake they made last time and lose on points.
What? They're trying to get two caps?
Yeah.
Do they not know this is not COTS? This is kill all, cap none.
COTS, you mean where you don't go for any cap whatsoever, sit in the back of the map until like the last 5 minutes and then just steamroll push?
Right.
I miss those days.
Really?
No.
You're not convincing at all. Not at all. Wasn't convinced one bit of. Hey, look, there's a Des Moines still sitting at this island. Oh, wait, hold on, I'll one up you. There's a Moscow on the other side just sitting on an island.
Yes, and they are angrily staring at each other, and when they can't see each other, they pop their radars to make sure they can see each other.
Oh, wait, we have some action. We have a smoke that snail train not shooting anything because nothing's in range.
Let's go watch torpedoes go into smoke screens.
Sounds like we're watching COTS, waiting for this action to happen. That started off right away.
Well, yeah, how dare they? Actual showing a bit aside to Krunk's Lenin.
Why would you take a Jean Bart?
Reload booster. I don't know.
I mean, couldn't you just take an allspice?
Couldn't he just take a Michelangelo? I don't know about you, but I'm
What?
feeling like Michelangelo is a very powerful choice.
Oh, you mean the ship that will be banned next week?
Yeah.
Might as well get the
Lightning
games
comes-
in now, guys.
Lightning comes down from the heavens and completely yoinks that ship away. All right, actual, come on. Why are you stopping? Is he underwater featured again? Just go, just go, just go, just go, just go, just go, just go.
No, he's not underwater feature. See, I'm running that. I don't know if you have it on the clear underwaters.
Hmm.
It actually lets you see some of the underwater features.
Hmm. Okay. I actually changed back to the standard because I didn't want people to be like, "Oh, this looks so different." Nice shot from Pally over there with the Giulio on the Michelangelo.
I'm just gonna go.
Costa action.
Actually, nice to see the islands a little bit underwater, so you can try to avoid those underwater features, even though they still have funky hitboxes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Michelangelo sending out torps. Ugh. I can't believe the McDonald's ate all the torpedoes.
Yep.
Well,
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
that was a little bit premature on torpedo droppage.
I like this
I can
push by.
see.
Actually,
I
he
like
is.
the push, but I can see the Michelangelo user is not a big Michelangelo fan.
Oh, big hit by actual. Big hit by actual on a broadside, Massachusetts. I saw that shot and I'm like, where's that going? That's where it was going. That might be a good clip moment.
I'm not sure if actual is going to live much longer. Like, the one thing saving him is the horrendous reload of the Lenin.
Yeah. I mean, he could just use the final torpedo. If I'm actual, that's what I'm thinking right now, right? Michelangelo's gonna die to Dead Horse's Jean Bart because he shot his guns.
Well, I think he did because he knew his smoke was over, so it's like, you at least get the first shot off, right?
Oh, never mind. Actual got smacked or something. I like actual turning his guns now. He's looking at Michelangelo. Rear turret fires. And barely does anything. Michelangelo doing a nice job of keeping his stern as Dead Horse comes around this corner. He's got a broadside Lenin on him, but he's also showing some good side to the Lenin. Yeah. Crunk just smashed him there.
See, I don't know why Crunk is actually going forward. I kind of would have kept reversing just to stay in this fight because this is the only action going on right now. With 3 minutes left in this season of COTS.
They're very short battles indeed.
Why would you turn broadside to a Michelangelo? Like those, that just gives your sap so much more to hit. Well, Minikaze dies.
Yep. That took a very long time for Dead Horse to get that kill. As a matter of fact, he sold everything to get it too.
Like, I mean, here's the thing. Like, granted, you want to get to the cap. Killing a ship is actually going to be worth a little bit more points because if you reverse and kill the Jean Bart, they don't get B cap. That gives you the cap. Then you can just W into A. 2 minutes is plenty of time to get there. But now it's going to flip for, for WTS. And sadly, that's probably going to be enough for them to just run off the map and win.
Yeah. At this point, the only way I think for Divas is to kill all the ships.
Oh, look, now the Jean Bart's healing, so... somehow Collinwood decided to live this game. Did somebody not tell him he was playing a Collinwood? I mean, here's the other thing. John Bart healed up now, so you need to do 11K in your one shot. You know, you do anything less than like a 12K salvo, John Bart lives, and so that means you're gonna waste 33 seconds for your reload.
WTFS has chosen to win harder.
Luckily for WTS, the clock says you're not going to be able to win harder.
All right, Dead Horse at least recognizing the threat of the Lenin and going bow in. Lenin still does Lenin things.
Yeah, but I mean, here's the thing. Like, this is what I'm saying. You've got 33 seconds. He has to shoot the Jean Bart because you desperately need a kill, which means he couldn't have potentially just yeeted a Collinwood.
Yep. Oh, Dead Horse getting on the Lenin side, rubbing his nose all over the enemy ship.
And there's the glaring issue, in my opinion, of taking a Lenin. It's that reload. Like, even if everybody's running AR, you're still behind on your reload.
Dead Horse trying desperately to get that destroyer kill for his team. He's going to take some torps and blow up for a double death pick, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, it's about time the Jean Bart died. Sadly, it was after it said defeat. Or victor, or whatever it says. I don't know.
All right, Team Alpha. So WTFS is our winner. Push the button.
All right, let's see who's missing what flags this time.
So this is AM versus LGS. LGS is who we were supposed to cast at the start of the game of the day, but you know, forfeit happened.
It said they were jerks and showed up, and the other team didn't.
Right. All right. So AM is bringing an Atlantico secondary spec, a Massachusetts secondary spec, a Charnorst 43 secondary spec. I'm sensing a pattern here, Puddin'. A Renown that wants to burn, but and burn longer too. You know, he's got the heavy AP, so he can burn longer as well, but doesn't want to take 2 flags because, you know, flags in training rooms are important. And a Minikaze to round it out with Superintendent.
Well,
what do we got for LGS?
We have a Massachusetts set up for Cleveland's, which is what I call the secondaries. A Michelangelo set up for something secondaries, because I can't think of a fast-firing Italian cruiser.
Okay. Real quick, I want to mention, look at the last slot. You're rarely ever firing your main gun in a Michelangelo, so I think that's a big waste there. You should be going full secondaries. But anyway, continue.
You never know, but I won't disagree. We have a Renown who, just wants to burn, baby. Just wants to burn. Minikaze says, I want most of the torp skills, but at least I'm smart enough to bring all the flags. And a Lenin going, I just want to live, baby.
I really feel like secondaries are going to be king in this.
You know what I'm getting a sense of is none of the battleship wants to take any sort of torpedo skills. None at all.
Okay.
You know the Charnorst has them. Right? I don't want to hear the Massachusetts don't. I mean, Massachusetts is a smart choice for multiple reasons, right? It's a solid tier 8 ship.
Like smacking Gunner Slade's Charnorst?
It can smack broadside cruisers. I mean, battle cruisers, right? Fast heal. Well, you get it back fast. You also get a quick DCP back, right? And secondaries. And it's American, so it could just do everything at everything. Doesn't excel at anything, but just does it all. Oh, poor Scharnhorst. I almost feel bad for you if you weren't a 43.
Mm-hmm.
How
And see,
dare
the
you
thing
make the
is,
original Scharnhorst useless?
when you look at the 43's build, again, he's got fire demolition expert instead of preventative maintenance. I really feel like preventative maintenance is a better choice for him, especially now that preventative maintenance also helps keep secondaries alive.
That I agree with. But for whatever reason, LSG's Massachusetts also got demo expert.
Yeah.
Like I'm noticing demo expert for like all these secondary battleships. I think the bigger thing, like you say, is preventative maintenance. Right? You're just going to get the fires through the sheer volume, which means just get closer, which is what you want to do anyways. You're a secondary build.
Yep. First blood is going to go to team. Never mind. All skill, no
Team
luck as the
Nevermind.
torpedoes fizzle out.
Hold on. Where is team Nevermind? There's the third team here, guys. I suspect they brought a submarine.
Yeah, the third team is all of you viewers.
Well, great. That's an automatic win for us.
Hey, Gunner Slate finally goes down. Some of you guys may not recognize this map because this is the map for Tier 1 and Tier 2 ships. Sometimes Tier 3s.
There's a Black Swan out here on that third team.
Mm-hmm.
He's laying in wait.
Atlantico showing a lot of side there.
Well, I mean, what could go wrong?
Oh, look at this. Mr. Carrot comes up from the behind on the Minakaze, and he's going to get torped. Right in the face. He survives. He wants to torp the Lenin. Is he going to do it? No, he's going to put his guns on instead, and that's going to force him to die. Wow. That was a cool looking play. It just didn't work out the way I think they expected it to do so.
Oh, that would have been one heck of a double strike.
Right?
But here comes the Renown. Like, I don't think the Minakaze survives because he's spotted.
Well,
like,
you mean
why?
the Oh, yeah, the Atlantico and the Renown.
Yeah, like, why
Yep,
does the
there he goes.
Atlantico, like, what took him so long to put a secondaries on the Minakaze?
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Renown's gonna get the Lenin, because I believe you can actually butt Citadel him. Oh, that's my stupid build viewer went down again.
I'm watching the Massachusetts for AM, trying to, I guess, salvage it, but I mean, it's pretty much all but over.
Well, you have that small chance, right? Like, if the Renown can kill the Lenin, the Michelangelo, and the other Renown, all the Massachusetts has to do is kill the Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, that's not asking too much from a Renown.
I mean,
It's not like it's renowned from
Single-
taking damage.
single fire torpedoes did the thing. Wow. And there was one final torpedo to finish him off, and it missed. So he uses his gun instead. Meanwhile, John Taggart's Lenin manages to run away and survive.
Oh, well played by him.
Mm-hmm. Alright, we got some ship sinking in the background as well. As this was not a blowout because LGS did lose their ship. One of their destroyers.
God.
Or their destroyer.
Got lucky. We could compliment the Minakaze for not making an official wargaming blowout.
Hmm. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. We have RAIDR versus DSNF. Both teams tied for first place.
General quarters.
Already disappointed.
And Putin is already disappointed. DSNF won, I should say, because there are two DSNF groups. DSNF won the last the last Clash of the Classes. Okay, so RAIDR is bringing with them a Massachusetts. Hey, look, it's a secondary spec. A Lenin with Furious. An Odin. Now, Odin's not a bad choice because Odin, of course, has both torpedoes and the hydro. It's a mix of Tirpitz and Bismarck. It pays dearly for it with hit points. One problem I see, though, why would you take Gunfeeder instead of enhanced preventative maintenance that you would get from Lutyens? They've got a Renown with 3 1-point skills. And there's Doom 117, somebody I haven't seen in a long time, and a Minakaze with 2 flags missing. And we have already got action as
Right,
DSNF brings the T-22 in.
For DSF, whatever, we got a T-22. At least he burned all his flags. Nova something or another, the Russian thing with all the flags. Oh, great. Stupid build viewer doesn't want to work. We've got a key in Alaska. I'm going to go out on a limb and say the Atlantica was a secondary build. I must hit a button that minimizes that, and I'm unaware of it.
The key is using Yamamoto for enhanced turret traverse and enhanced preventative maintenance. That's a good idea. Malway with the Alaska is a good choice too. Very small map. That radar is going to keep a lot of ships spotted. You can see Doom 117 is in trouble. Captain Big just got smashed a little bit there from Wicked Nem's Lenin.
Now, I dare say that was a waste of a radar, considering you have a T-22 with hydro right there.
Well, and at this range, they're proxy spotting anyway. So, that's kind of meaningless. So I agree with you. That radar was a waste. Interesting to see Miss Clara not going after the Massachusetts and trying to kite away instead.
What, Miss Clara's in this game?
Yeah, Miss Clara's the Atlantico that you said you were assuming is secondary build.
I don't read names.
Got it.
Oh, Keita goes broadside. You know how bad I am with it. I don't care if your name is Happy Fluffy and I can pronounce it and see all the words.
I'm surprised to see so many ships so far in the back of this map. Like the Renown over...
Backside of this map for these guys? I'm pretty sure they can hit the map.
That's what I mean. Like, you know you're coming into this battle, this particular map, so, you know, you want stuff that's really good at close range. Renown just gets bloodied a bit. Lenin going, oof. Yeah, you saw that too. That looked painful. Yeah, I totally would have expected Miss Claire to go aggressive on the Massachusetts, but instead, Miss Claire turned, and I just don't know what they're trying to accomplish with that. They have 3 battleships that are super far away.
I mean, I dare say, what the hell is the Massachusetts doing? Still just sitting behind the island and not just shoving it at the Atlantica, like.
Well, he's got a good shot on Malway's Alaska, so I'm sure they're thinking 2v1, and they're allowed to have that 2v1 because of Miss Clara moving away. And frankly, okay, there you go. The key finally gets in range to shoot the Minakaze. How long's he been spotted? The answer is yes.
No, there was that 4 seconds at the start of the game, but beyond that, yeah, I right. Spotted all the game.
I'm pretty sure Miss Clara could even shoot the Minakaze from here. What's the Atlantico's main gun range? 18.6. Yep. Miss Clara has the ability to shoot this Atlantico from all the way up there to the north. Which would, by the way, save the T-22 as the Massachusetts realizes he's got that kind of shot and takes it. T-22 now panicking.
Time. Well, there goes the Alaska.
Yep. T-22 panicking is just... He's going to try to get around on Doom, but I don't know if he's going to... It took them so long just to kill that one ship, and now Captain Big is dark, right? So killing that ship meant saving a teammate as well. Renown charging in.
I was going to say, sadly, they gave up in Alaska for it.
Did. Lennon, though, is quite low.
Ironically, Miss Clara set up the kite away is actually in the correct position now, considering she's outnumbered.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, Lennon's got double fires. Oh, the fires are out, guys, because the Lennon's going under the water.
Yep, Miss Clara takes down the Lennon, so no more Furious for him.
So unless that ship's made out of magnesium, the fires will go out.
So, interesting that Happy Fluffy chose not to give battle and try to kill the Renown. That allows the Renown to just stay alive and be a pain in the buttocks.
I think they're going to try for the pick on the Odin because all three can shoot it, which...
Well, yeah,
not necessarily
I mean,
the worst choice.
he just went full send. So, okay. He's got his Hydra going. He's probably figuring, okay, I can sneak up on this T-22.
How many circles is this key going to do this game?
I was thinking the same thing. He's been moving around a lot. And because of that, T-22 is dead.
I think this Odin is going to send it at the T-22 anyways, because in all honesty, I would have called for it because you know he's that low.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, moving in this position takes the Nova out of this, takes Miss Clara out of this.
Yep.
And, well, the key's just as interested in donuts because that's literally all he's been doing all game.
You know, and the thing is, like, the T-22 could have just left C. But he didn't. He just sat there instead and then died.
But that's not how you die. That's how you live. You and your silly wanting to win schemes.
Massachusetts, long-range shot on the key.
I do believe the key has, what, 20 KM torps?
10.
10? I don't know if those make it, but... Miss Clara and Danish Navy, oh my god, the horror of me actually using names.
Wow, I'm impressed.
Are going after the Massachusetts radar. It's H.E. Man. Or RAIDR.
I don't
live up. I don't know names.
Danish Navy discovering why he went too far forward. I was gonna say, I don't understand why you would purposely run into secondary range of a Massachusetts.
For AR.
Like, he played the entire game super cautious in the backfield, at least one grid square farther back than he probably needed to be. And then he just comes out and gets himself smashed. Content.
Well, we have a 2v2 with, ironically, only one capped.
Yeah. The SNF is the only team ticking. 1 minute to go.
Well, nobody's ticking.
Well, true.
Because the Odin's on it, but still, the Odin has to kill the key to get the cap.
Yep.
Right? The key's just going to keep him, like, decapped. Now, if I was this key, I'd actually take a shot at the Massachusetts.
I would too.
As he does, yeah.
Yep.
That is the correct thing, because that allows Miss Claire to actually cap A.
Yep.
Like, you're never going to get the ram off on an Odin, because he also has torpedoes.
Yep, I like the turn and the use of torpedoes there. Odin's hydro is down. He might not be expecting the key torpedoes.
Well, and as many donuts as he's done, you just never know.
Mm-hmm. Odin firing torpedoes at maximum range. Bad idea. But
He
Happy
saw that
Fluffy.
coming. Oh, time's up, and DSFN's going to win.
Yep. The NSF1 wins on time.
Because Miss Clara, the wisest of the wise, survived. Ironically, that's the importance of getting a cap still.
Yep. Yep. And apparently I had the wrong teams up this whole time. Sorry, but this is what happens when you're rushing from one match to another. All right, so
the 45-minute delay at the start.
Right. Super long delay, and then go run everywhere. Definitely not in the what?
Definitely not in your coffee mug.
No. No. All right. So let's take a look at Rum versus VFY19. Rum is bringing with them a key that's full secondary spec. Actually, I don't think that's a bad thing, but there's better secondary battleships that you can take, in my opinion. And an alt is not one of them. Then there's the Sinop with your typical tanky build. Leon, remember these guys won. Rum is part of Bo's Bo and Stats's factions. They have the ability to take a Leon tier 7 battleship with 3 missing flags, and the Italian tier 5 destroyer Mistrale. I do not understand this decision at all. What do we have on the other side?
We have an Atlantico set up for secondaries. A Chunk King. I wanted to say a Chuck Wagon, but that would have been way wrong.
Wow.
Torpedoes, like I'm gonna just say that's a full torpedo build. Turpitz, who still doesn't believe in no, I think he's got preventative maintenance, maybe, I don't know.
Yes.
Giuseppe Verde, it's a little late for me. And around, also running preventative maintenance. Interesting. Oh, at least he chose, I want to burn, baby. Just give it to me all.
Yep. Giuseppe Verdi is actually one of my favorite ships in this game at tier 9. The smoke is fun. You could definitely do a secondary build because these are SAP secondaries. And you just charge people with smoke and then, you know, wait for them to turn out. And when they do and panic, you just blast them. Good fun. This is our first time, though, catching a team that is not using a destroyer. The rules state that you have to bring at least 3 battleships, and then the remaining 2 ships are a battleship and a destroyer, or a battleship and a cruiser, or a cruiser and a destroyer.
Wait, did you say the remaining 2
Yes.
is battleship destroyer?
Or battleship cruiser, or cruiser destroyer.
Oh, okay.
So in
you
other
say
words,
battleship.
there's
So
at least 3
realistically,
battleships.
You take 4 battleships and then cruiser or destroyer.
Realistically, I highly doubt you'd want to take a cruiser and a destroyer and gimp yourself by 1 less battleship.
Right, and that cruiser better be a Baltimore. That's running defensive AA.
There you go. John King gets a really nice deep water torpedo on the Etnalt, and a second one on the Sinop. That's actually pretty good considering both were bow on. Big Daddy's Atlantico moving on up now.
Well, because VF was wise in their deployment, there's a Leon at sea, get it stood for free, and is now going to come out and, well, the Chunking is probably not going to have a freaking good time.
Leon's not moving, though. And I'm watching this key engagement to the south.
What? That's the key to victory. We can't watch that.
House of Cards trying to get the shots. He's got to know torpedoes are coming, so he turns. Tirpitz takes down the key. Good job, Cy Young. House of Cards probably dodged this torpedo.
Oh, I see what the problem is with the Leon. He's missing 3 flags, so he doesn't know what to do.
Now what he's doing is he's actually sitting over there looking for opportunity shots on the Atlantico. Probably take advantage of broadside, and with this island in between, he's not spotted. You see there's no exclamation point next to his name and icon. So he's shooting for free. Now, in a random battle, that's cool. But in a 5-on-5 battle that has now turned into 5-on-4, that is 1 less ship that's spotted. And the destroyer isn't spotted either, which means these 2 guys are bearing the full brunt of VF-119's anger. And you can see the turpets making the hero charge right now. Getting torpedoes off on both sides. Deep water torpedoes going in, and Alt fires its funny torpedo. And misses. Sinop gets a slight revenge, but the turpet says, no, I got torpedoes.
Well, all this is brought to you by a stationary Leon who can't help anybody.
And that's what I'm getting at. The problem with trying to take advantage of that is, like I said, in a random battle, that's great, because who cares? But in a competitive environment, you need your battleship to be taking hits and all that stuff. And threatening things, too. Because he was taking pot shots at the Atlantico, and I'm sure they were communicating that, there's no fear that, you know, something's going to stop them from making a channel dash like what Cy Young just did. So there we go. We have 2 dead battleships in one spot.
The Leon actually used the wrong ammo type because it was shooting AP at the Atlantico that was actually fairly angled.
He's been doing that a lot. And I think he was waiting for the Atlantico to go bow into the battleships. These ones here at B. And obviously that didn't happen. So now, it's just the Mistrali and the Leon. Mistrali wisely popping his smoke. He's going to try to assassinate Cy Young's turpets.
I hope he does, because if not, we're going to have an official wargaming blowout.
Well, Cy Young saw the smoke, and you can see he was already moving his turrets and his ship. Oh, wait, there's a Renown coming up the rear, too. We might have a blowout, but we also might have a screenshot of a dead destroyer.
Oh no, torque tubes were incapacitated.
Yep. And we're about to get a time extension.
Oh, thank God, it's an official wargaming law has been saved.
That's right, that's right. Bogsy can look down upon this match and smile. For the Renown, Alan has fired torpedoes.
Right, on a DD running away, so my money's on those torpedoes never hit.
They have 6-kilometer range, so yeah. Oh, look, the Leon died. Oh, look, the Mistrali died.
They had a Leon in this game?
That's a double kill.
Too much.
Yeah.
I mean, good thing they won that thing.
Epic double kill for VF-119 there.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, any game we've seen that Leon
hasn't worked out well.
It's been so ineffective. Like, so, like, did they actually just handicap the teams that really sucked yesterday by letting them take that chip?
Who knows?
All right.
Either way, congratulations to our winners. And now we have to go find another game.
Are you sure about that?
Yes. Are you in the game? I'll show you. I'll take you to the trains.
I'm pretty sure I'm in the game.
Okay.
As I'm going the next giveaway going.
Okay. Go to Hotel 3, Grid Square.
Hot chocolate?
Yes. So there's a train track going into a tunnel. And look, the train is moving. There's a cool little bridge through a tunnel underneath a lighthouse. And that tunnel comes out at a rail yard that's in Gulf 3. Is that cool or what? Choo-choo!
Action stations.
Oh, the train yard at the...
This is what happened.
The dock.
In one of the previous seasons of Clash of the Classes, Game Prodigy and I were both hammered and bored. Because...
What?
SFSO... They kept bringing the same lineup over and over again. So I said, screw this. We're going to go look at the map. And I'm like, GP, there's trains here. And so we started looking for trains on all the maps. Anyway, there's a little tidbit of Clash of the Classes history for you all. So let's see. So we've got for LGS, we've caught them before. They are bringing a secondary Massachusetts, Lennon, a Renown with Furious, Michelangelo with Pack a Punch, all that good stuff, and a Minekaze for build as usual. Looks like everybody's got the memo about flags, at least for LGS. What about THG, Puddin?
Well, THE is lucky that the build here don't want to work for me again somehow, but I'm going to go out on a limb. Olden secondary, Lennon full wants to survive. Why did we pick a Leon? Massachusetts is probably full secondary, and I never ever want to play ever again. Thank you, Tier 6 clan battles.
So many nightmares from that season. Yes.
Who can outshoot who in smoke?
A sidetrack. I would probably rather take a Perth than a Wang He.
Well, it was always a Perth hang wave because you were limited to one of each of those.
Yeah.
So one guy hates the Perth, the other guy hates the hang Q. So you can guess what ship I played.
I was stuck playing the Graf Spee and being shot at all game.
Graf Spee was banned.
Oh, yeah, I'm talking about the original season.
That was the first clan battle season. A ship was banned before the season even started.
That's right.
Thank you, Tier 6, for so many memories that nobody ever wants to relive. Well, THG is making an interesting they're going to go all or nothing to apples.
I don't like that.
Well, to be fair, LSG almost did an all or nothing to chocolate. Unfortunately, somebody said, I want diabetes and got bacon.
Let's see. I didn't talk about this because we just jumped into this. LGS is from Team Zathlandia from my faction. They are currently in 3rd place. THG is from Boutopia, so Overlord Bo, and currently in 5th place.
Well, at this point, your team now is Zootopia because that's all I can think of.
Zootopia.
That's all it does. And poor Bo will always be mutated penguin.
Dunpeel just took a nice salvo from Heroes, Massachusetts, because he got spotted and he's a Lennon.
Well, sometimes you just get those hero shots. Once again, I question everything about bringing this Leon. Like I just haven't seen anybody do anything with it. Like like my question is, why was this thing even on this? Oh, only certain people can play the ship.
Yes.
Like,
So
at this point, it should have been, oh, Massachusetts is going to be on a list of ships of, hey, we're going to help you out. We're going to help you out here. You can play the Massachusetts.
Michelangelo got spotted and paid a slight price for that. So the way it worked was they wanted to have something as a carrot to give people for the fun night to like try and participate and have a good time, but to win. And so they thought, okay, Julian, renowned, getting smashed up against the side of the island, pulling over for some Starbucks as well.
Yeah, at this point, he's pulling over for a dollar whistle on a therapist.
I mean, honestly, I just don't understand. Like, Stonemaker's Michelangelo leaving as well with his smoke. I would think he'd actually slow down and try to back up or something just to keep the renown behind smoke, but he's not doing that.
Well, I mean, the smoke did run out. So basically, the winners got the Leon?
Correct. So Stonemaker pulls over for some Starbucks of his own as, hey, look, the Leon did something. It got a kill on the renown.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a stretch. Just got the final blow. I mean, it's all for nothing is kind of working for them right now.
Well, yeah.
Two people have panicked. And ironically, you actually have the correct ship leading this charge because it's the only one with Hydro. Unfortunately, it's down.
Well, Wang He also has Hydro, but he's in the back now.
Right. That's the ship you want leading the charge, the squishy cruiser?
Well, Michelangelo's
gonna really pay for this, like.
Oh yeah. But Michelangelo, the thing is, he's down. I mean, He's not going to survive to his next smoke.
Well, he's gonna try to heal through it. Maybe one day he'll go dark before he sinks.
Well, he's on fire, so bad chance.
Well, he is surrounded by water. Maybe somebody can get a bucket and put it out.
Pretty sure it doesn't work that way.
Well, clearly it doesn't work that way for him because he's doing it the old-fashioned way. Just put the whole ship under the water.
Well, the death ball has moved up to the B cap.
Death ball's also just parked.
Which is interesting because if LGS can just park themselves in the B cap, they'll win on time in 3 minutes. That's all they have to do is get on the B cap and sit.
If only they had a small maneuverable ship that it's very difficult to spot to do that.
Oh, look, he just did that.
Oh my God, they can hear me.
But he's too busy motorboating?
He stayed in it, because remember, it goes by your center mass.
Yeah, but the point I'm making is why would you come... I mean, you know they're going to come out as soon as you're in there, so why would you get closer to them? And look, now he's turning in, so now he just signed his death warrant. Or not, because the Huang He backs up. What? Massachusetts and Lennon are all in there. That's why he backed up. Oh, look, the Leon got smacked.
Well, I mean, thank God that thing was rated as the S-tier ship.
Yep.
Okay.
So, oh, look at the torps coming. So, Fun Night.
Like nice torps.
Fun Night, the top 2 performing factions were rewarded with Leon.
Right, you mean handicapped with it.
Perhaps. Uh-oh. Minakaze, why did you come out like this? You had a smoke screen. You just wanted to die instead?
Well, that actually means that he
That's
just
right.
threw the game.
He just threw the game. Completely threw the game.
They have to get a kill. Luckily for them, the THE's got a Leon. But ironically, the biggest threat is the actual Massachusetts. You need to ignore the Leon. Yep, good call. You gotta punish this mass. Because I agree with this push by this Massachusetts.
Oh, yeah.
If I was the enemy of Massachusetts, I hate to say it, I kind of would just let my secondaries deal with the Leon.
Well,
I can't afford the Massachusetts to kill me.
I kind of feel like the Lennon is backing up too far as well.
Wait, I can't even see the Lennon anymore. Let me just rotate a little bit.
Huang He is going to save his Leon buddy. And Putin, we're going to see a team win with the Leon. But that was thanks to a lot of really bad decisions.
Yes. Quite frankly, the bad decision by the DD that could have just sat on the cap right at the edge.
Whoa, Massachusetts showing broadside to Lennon, not caring?
Oh my God. Well, I mean, they need to get this kill right now, and they can't afford a ram.
Nope.
And nope.
Time's up anyway.
Well, the all or nothing strategy worked.
Because the Minakaze went and tried to win harder. It's the only thing I could think of on that one.
I just... Like, you know they had to push, like, in that situation, they have to push into you. You'd sit there and wait for them to push into you.
Right.
All right, we're done with that game.
All right, here we go. AOD versus Merc. No, sorry, AOD. Oh, no.
What, the bot?
Yeah. This is AOD versus DYSON, and they got a bot, so this is probably going to be a pickup game, but whatever. So AOD is bringing with them an Atlantico secondary with Brisk. a Tirpitz. Secondary, Leon. Look, it's another Leon. This is with Honore. No, yes, Honore, because of the buffed Adrenaline Rush. A Congress pudding. That's the first time we've seen a Congress. It's like they want an
That is
Alaska, but they
true.
don't want to pay the points for Tier 9. So they take a Congress.
Well,
And then a Fubuki.
why not try it out when you're facing a team with an Akazuki that literally is Katsuragi everywhere?
Yep. I like the I like the change to Fubuki as well, because now you're going from 7-kilometer to 10-kilometer range. That has a huge impact.
So Massachusetts, once again, I'm gonna agree with you. Why are you not taking preventative maintenance? An
This is the first-
Eisenhower wagon, secondary build 2, a Picard, because that's what you're getting out of me. Wants
With
to burn.
Furious.
And a Fiji that says there's 2 flags I don't need. Thank God he brought it that flag.
When it's like, you know, Fiji wants all the flags, needs all the flags. So that's interesting to see Liz drop that. Now, we caught these guys earlier today.
I mean, you definitely have room for a flood flag because, well,
No,
I
we
mean,
didn't.
why not?
Mm-hmm.
That's the Fiji we're talking about. And then, well, there's got to be some other flag, like a ramming flag would not be a horrible choice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see how long the Akazuki survives for.
I mean, so the ACAD can just go right into B. He's gonna ironically probably come away with the cap unless the Congress radars. There's one of my viewers, FAQ Gaming, in the Tirpitz. Katsky detected now.
Well, he decided to shear too.
Right, but like, why not just run the radar and literally find out where he is? That's why you took a radar cruiser.
What? But he can't shoot him. Do you not know the rules of radar cruiser? If I can't shoot it, I'm not using my radar.
That's right, that's right. So we've been talking about the inefficiencies of Leon, and yet, what do we have instead? We have Picardi, which is a Leon at tier 8. I don't even know what its like gimmicks are, other than just dying, because I was not a big fan of it.
It's kind of a funny name. I guess it's got a reload booster because he's using it.
Hmm. Okay, so there you go.
But why not just take a Jean Bart at that point? Like, get something lowering, bring a Jean Bart.
Or just take a Richelieu, and then you don't have to think about your rear turret ever.
That's too much thinking.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, Liz I saw yesterday in the fun night, that's right.
Who did we see in the fun night that it wasn't there?
Liz Mays. Was
I
one
was
of
gonna
the
say-
people in the final race who clinched the ability to take a Leon for whichever faction they're in. I can't remember.
Right, and they didn't take one. That's just brilliant.
Well, they
Somebody
took a tier 8
recognizes-
version of it.
I was gonna say somebody recognized the weakness of the Leon. It's not a tier 8.
Mm-hmm.
And just because the team with the Leon's probably gonna win this game doesn't
Wait,
mean
wait.
it's so good.
Wait, I apologize. DYSON is from JavoFleet, so they did not get the ability to take a Leon. So they brought a Picardi so that they could take something that's like a Leon as well, and not feel as bad, perhaps. Not feel left out. Side note, Leon. Yeah. Oh.
I was
Gonna
gonna
get
say who's
smacked.
gonna win this fight, but
Yeah.
the Leon's
2 on
got a
1.
friend in the Turpits.
Leon, as a side note, is a lot of fun with secondary build, especially in operations. I really like Leon in Hermes. But yeah.
Well, they learned a very valuable lesson of you got to keep the island between you and the thing that can shoot your broadside.
Yep. Yep. Hey, speaking of which, Liz is spotted in the Fiji. Broadside to Turbits.
Yeah, it's going to be overpass. Oh, they angled up in time.
Hmm.
Luckily,
decision
shells
there.
dropped. Well, luckily the shells dropped short, so it wouldn't be a citadel.
Battle
Yep.
ends in 5 minutes.
This is a bold strategy of not capping anything.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know how it's going to play out for them.
With all due respect to the teams, I'm gonna tab out and ask if there's more more games to do, because this is
I mean, here's the thing: the way you make the bot work is you literally just do it all or nothing. Like you
have to go with the bot.
You have to just be like, okay, fine, we're just gonna give you C. Everybody go to A, right? Because you're gonna lose the bot no matter what. We need to at least get a cap and start getting kills because we're already down a ship. Like, you've got to utilize them shooting at the bot as long as possible, them not shooting you, and you maximizing your focus fire.
You're just
Right,
gonna
like,
smoke
it's
up in front of the
not-
Congress?
Like, it's not impossible to win with the bot, it's just kind of difficult.
We've seen teams win in King of the Sea with a bot. There it is,
Yeah.
Liz.
And the one thing they do is not passive gameplay. They just overwhelm one side because they know they have to.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
Geniza now got hurt.
seems like the Congress is doing fine.
I mean, it's a Congress, right? Just Tier 8 Alaska, Bowen, use AP.
Right. At least they don't have defensive AA.
That's true.
This is probably why you're taking a Congress over a Baltimore. Well, there goes the guys, and our Massachusetts is next. Did you find us another game?
No.
God.
We didn't, and there's only 16 seconds left anyway. Hey, not a lot. It's no longer a blowout. Congress died.
Thank God we got to compliment the Congress. Congress should get at least 50K dubs.
There you go. Getting my death pick now. It's a little early due to that time extension, but three ships dying next to each other. Oh, Massachusetts did die.
Yeah, to Leon of all things.
There we go. All right, we have some time before the next round. There's like only one that's left that they're gonna hold for everybody. So, congratulations to AOD. Sometimes you like to go into tears.
Yeah, it happens. Tough.
So here we go. We've got AM versus DSNF1. I was gonna. So AM is for Statsylvania, currently in 5th place, and DSNF1 is tied for 1st with RAIDR, another one of my Zathlandia teams. So let's take a look. AM is bringing with them an Atlantico secondaries, a Vladivostok, our first time seeing a Vlad, I think, this tournament. Missing 3 flags because I don't need them. Sharnor's 43 with secondaries, not preventative maintenance. Renown missing 2 flags because you don't need them either. And then finally, we've got a Minikaze, pretty much all full built. What do we have for the SNF, Puddin?
Well, before the build viewer broke, everybody had all the flags. Well, we got a T-22,
Yep,
a
we saw him before.
Nova whatever. I can't say the ship, even though like it's a nice Russian ship. A Massachusetts B, probably secondaries. Atlantico, probably all secondaries, and a Key probably built for emergency repairs. I don't know what that does, but we're just gonna go with it. I don't know why this breaks in training room sometimes.
I don't know. So T-22 is going to just walk into the B cap because, well, he's got the Hydro. So why would you try to do something about that in a Minikaze?
Well, I like the T-22 going B because get the center cap, because most teams are going to, fight somewhere over one of the other ones that limits you fighting over the middle cap because you've already got it.
You know what I don't like, though? By going into B so deep behind the island, he's not spotting at all for his team. Like, if I'm going to go into B here to grab the cap, I'm going to sit on the northern-ish side. Well, I guess you could say the far east side, right? So I can spot things for me. And then if, like, the only thing that can outspot me is the Minakaze. So if I get spotted, okay, I know the Minakaze is here. But if I'm all the way on the edge, Minakaze might even get into the cap before I get spotted anyways.
Well, I don't mind his approach if the game plan was get B and head over to Apples.
Which looks like that's what's happening.
Right, but we're talking like it's a minute late happening.
Yeah.
Like as soon as you get it, why are you reversing? Like you've already said, I'm gonna not spot in the middle.
Yeah.
Like
so,
just do his approach. So your approach should have been get B, speed boost to A as fast as possible. Get the 2 caps, turning for you.
yeah.
To where, you can swing back around and go back to B if need to be, because you've got the 2 caps. Just put a battleship in the A cap.
I mean, the 43 wasn't even spotted until a moment ago. So it's like, they've denied themselves so much vision so they can grab the B cap and get the A cap. I'm curious, the Vlad is going to try to get into B, and he actually narrowly dodges both torpedoes. That's luck right there. That is absolute luck.
I don't understand what the T-22 is doing. The T-22 needs to be rotating the B as fast as possible.
Yep.
Because the Minakaze went to C.
Yep.
Just due to the fact of you've got 2 caps and they've got 1. So you need to go counter the Minakaze that is going to B.
Yep.
He's not going to be towards the island to where he's got protection. It's going to be out in the open because he's coming from C. There's nowhere to hide. But like just sitting here on A is just, it just seems like a waste to me.
Yep, and once again, he's up against an island. There's absolutely no spotting being provided. Minakaze is now definitely in the B cap.
Like,
and I guess they're just going to let it happen.
You're torping a Bowen battleship, so what do you get? Maybe 1 torp if they add the distance? Like, you should be aware of that. Like, you're not spotting anybody for them to shoot. You're not even smoke shooting anybody they are shooting. Luckily, your ships have taken positions to where the Minakaze cannot torp them.
And Miss Clara's in a really difficult position, having to go and charge while giving the Vlad broadside. Minakaze just easily grabs the B cap, and now he's just going to come back and feast, frankly, on 2 battleships that are stuck at sea. Okay, well, Renown goes down. We knew that was going to happen, but Novorossiysk is quite low health, and we commented on this before. It's literally a Julio at tier 6. Just take a Julio, save the points by taking a tier 5.
Ooh, Miss Clara, I believe, is going to dodge these torpedoes.
Yeah, very good decision to stop there. Recognizing when detected and when not detected to know to stop. Oh, also running priority target. I always like to talk about that. If the Minakaze did guns, then torps, then guns, Miss Clara knows the torps are coming. What's the uh-oh for?
Minakaze might be getting a little bit too close. Oh, okay, Miss Clara turned out.
T-22 pulled over for some Starbucks again. I don't get it, but okay.
And he smoked himself up?
Yep, well, he saw the Vlad. The Vlad saw him, and he got scared.
I mean, shoot
your guns, fire torps, do something.
Drop your depth charges?
Especially because, look, he's going to beach. He's going to beach. This is the perfect spot for you with the... Nope, he followed the white line.
Oh, my God. Oh,
followed the white line.
He torped the island.
Okay. Remember, y'all, this tournament is not one that's only for Super Unicoms. It's supposed to be a very accessible tournament, and as a result, you will see players that make those kinds of mistakes.
which is why I'm kind of all for these tournaments. So
Yeah,
like,
it's a good learning
you can
opportunity.
learn. You-
Malway gets the kill on AM's Atlantico. Happy Fluffy knows that there's more torpedoes coming his way as he detects the Minakaze. Ooh, if Miss Clara backs up. Have a perfect angle on this Minakaze as it comes around the corner.
Is Miss
Nope.
Clara slowing down?
Yes, but the Minakaze turned in. I think the Minakaze wants to fix up for a YOLO charge on Happy Fluffy's key.
Oh, I mean, this is kind of well played by the Minakaze. Oh,
Yeah, very good hit. Now, widespread torpedoes, you only need one. Or that could work too. But he went full speed forward and took all those torpedoes because of it. Now,
more
that's a...
importantly, Miss Clara lived.
Miss Clara lived. Now, that's an important trade, but... I mean, the Vlad is actually healthier than when we saw him earlier, broadside and beached to the T-22.
Wait, is somebody actively healing him?
Yeah. So Malway is stuck just trying to defend against the Vlad. The T-22 now can go into BCAP just fine. Now look at the score though. I don't think DSNF is going to be able to win on score. They're
No,
going
you
to
need
need to
to
kill the
kill.
Vlad.
This Massachusetts is not setting up properly, if you ask me.
Yeah. I liked what he was doing with reversing, but then pulling in like this, he's giving the Vlad time to turn and go bow in.
More importantly, your guns are so limited what you can do right now because
Yep,
you
because
have
of the rocks.
an island. Yeah. Like, that's what's given this Vlad time. Like, yeah, he got chunked, but that could have been so much worse for the Vlad. Ironically, all the Vlad has to do is just ram.
That's correct.
Right. But I mean, I hate to say this, but like the T-22 is yet to land torpedoes, so
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't be afraid of that. I would be going for this ram.
Not much on that shot. Itfucks is trying to ignore the ram. Here comes Miss Clara's salvo. Doesn't do enough.
Ironically, I think the mask screwed up and shot too early.
Yes. That's okay.
Now it's
He's
just a matter
reloading.
of who reloads first.
What's the T-22 doing? What's the T-22 doing? Why is he so far back?
I don't know. Why is he not just going in?
Yeah.
Oh, my
They actually
Lord.
won on time.
Team Bravo won. You're welcome, Miss Clara. I'm going to take all the credit.
What? The hell did we just witness?
Poor time management. That's what I'm going to chalk that up to.